No, it sounds cruel, but if he's going to do something, he should divorce her and start all over again. But, you know, to make sure she has custodial care and somebody looking after her.
Some shocking statements tonight from Christian televangelist Pat Robertson. He says it is ethically permissible, in his view, for a spouse to divorce his or her husband or wife who has Alzheimer's disease, because he says having that disease is, well, similar to dying. The comments, of course, have a lot of people talking, especially religious leaders.
Fox 35's John Brown joins us. He's got some reaction from the pastor of one of the largest churches in the area. Those comments by Pat Robertson have a lot of people talking today, especially people in religious communities. And Dr. Joel Hunter, the senior pastor at Northland Church, joins us today to talk about those comments by Pat Robertson. Now, Dr. Hunter, first of all, your thoughts on him saying that divorce in a case like this is okay because a disease like Alzheimer's kind of is a type of death.
Well, you know, this is a slippery slope, because you could start to say anything is a type of death. You could say that, well, my wife changed after we got married, and so she isn't really the same kind of person, so that's kind of a death. And my husband plays video games 24 hours a day, and that's kind of abandoned me, so that's a type of death. You just can't define things or rationalize things as a type of death other than death.
When I first heard these comments, I thought, well, there must be a misunderstanding here, because this seems really unusual for someone in his position. What were your first thoughts when you heard what he had said?
That's exactly the point. This man represents a Christian ministry. We follow the one who, the Bible says, while we were yet helpless, Christ died for us. We're supposed to be the examples of self-sacrificing love, and that is, the weaker someone gets, or the more vulnerable someone gets, the more faithful and self-sacrificing we're supposed to be, because that's who Jesus was. So this is the height of irony.
Well, maybe the bigger question here, how would you have answered this gentleman who said, is it okay for me to get a divorce in this case? What would you have said to him?
Absolutely not. I think that the abandonment issue is an emotional one. It is not a spiritual one. And so therefore, we would go, hopefully, as a Christian, to anyone who needed help. This is our spouse. Jesus said, those whom God hath joined together, let no man put asunder. And so we've got to be very careful that we aren't going after our own comfort or our own relief, rather than, again, laying down our lives, not only for our friends, but for our spouse.
All right, Dr. Joel Hunter, pastor at Northland, thanks again for your time today. We do appreciate it.